Yes, I cheated on my husband, and I was unfaithful with 15 different men. But wait, let me explain why I did it. He deserved it. Listen to what happened, and then tell me what you think. It all started a few months ago, with small details that, at the time, I chose to ignore. My husband was coming home late almost every day. It was always the same story. The construction project had run longer than expected, they were short-staffed, his boss had made him stay late. A responsible worker. A tireless man. That's what he said. That's what I wanted to believe. He always came home tired, sure, but something felt off. He was quiet. Distant. And there was something that caught my attention every time I hugged him, marks on his neck. Small, subtle, but they were there. He claimed they were from work, from dust, from his hard hat rubbing against his skin. I nodded along, even though deep down, it didn't add up. Even so, I never thought he was capable of cheating on me. Not him. Not the man I married. Not the man who looked me in the eyes and promised me loyalty. Until that day. He came home late again. Later than usual. As always, he went straight to the bathroom. I heard the shower turn on, and I felt that familiar discomfort that had already become part of my routine. Then an idea crossed my mind. His phone was sitting on the table. It wasn't locked. I picked it up with trembling hands, as if I already knew what I was about to find. I opened the photo gallery, and there it was. Exactly what I expected. No doubt about it. Pictures of him with another woman. In a house that wasn't ours. Smiling in a way he hadn't smiled at me in months. Holding her the way he no longer held me. I felt my whole body burning from the inside out. Suddenly, all the pieces fell into place. The late nights. The marks on his neck. The constant exhaustion. Everything made sense. When he came out of the bathroom, surrounded by steam and wearing that innocent expression, I exploded. I don't remember exactly what I yelled first. I know I insulted him. I know I threw the phone at him. I know I said things I never imagined I would say. He tried to talk. To deny it. To justify it. To tell me it wasn't what it looked like. But I had already seen too much. That night, we slept in separate rooms. But I didn't leave. I didn't cry in front of him. I didn't create a family scandal. I didn't give him the satisfaction of seeing me broken. Because while he thought the issue ended there, I had already made my decision. I wasn't going to forgive him. But I wasn't going to leave either. I was going to get revenge. And not just any kind of revenge. Not with insults. Not with arguments. Not with threats. I was going to do it quietly. In the way that would hurt the most. So he could feel what I felt. So I started acting normal. Too normal. I went back to cooking for him. Asking about his day. Listening to his lies as if nothing had happened. And every time he left for work, carrying his hard hat in his bag, I smiled. Because the moment that door closed, my day began. I wasn't looking for love. I was looking for men. Different men. Attractive men. Some I already knew. Others simply appeared. And when I cheated on my husband for the first time, I didn't feel guilty. I felt like he deserved it. Then came the second man. And the third. And each one became another act of infidelity added to my revenge. I wasn't keeping count for pleasure. I was keeping count as a way to balance the scales. He still thinks I'm there, being faithful, waiting for him to come home from work. He still sleeps peacefully at night. And me. I still smile when he leaves. But I'm smiling with other men. I didn't stop after that. Quite the opposite. While he kept leaving the house before sunrise, saying he had to get to the construction site early, I would wait for him to leave, close the door, and sit in silence for a few minutes. Then I started using dating apps. Tinder. I had never used anything like that before. The irony wasn't lost on me. Me, a married woman, stepping into a world I knew nothing about. But I learned quickly. A few photos. A short bio. And that was it. The messages started coming almost immediately. Some of the men knew I was married. Others didn't. And honestly, over time, I stopped caring. I wasn't looking for promises or explanations. Just encounters. Moments. There were men my age. Older men. And yes, plenty who were much younger than me. At first, I hesitated. I thought maybe that wasn't my thing. But I was wrong. They didn't care. And neither did I. I wasn't looking for approval. I was looking to feel better. Most of the time, I arranged daytime meetups while he was at work. Coffee dates that ended somewhere else. Walks that weren't really just walks. Nobody asked too many questions. Nobody demanded explanations. And that was perfect. I always got home before he did. I'd shower. Change clothes. Make dinner. And when I saw him walk through the door, exhausted and covered in dust from work, carrying himself like a man completely worn out, I would simply smile. Some encounters happened more than once. Others didn't. Some men wanted something more. Others understood perfectly well that there was no room for anything serious. I always set the boundaries. Always. Because this wasn't love. It was just part of my revenge. 15 men. Each one different. All of them attractive. None of them replaced another. None of them promised me anything. And I never promised them anything either. It was casual. Nothing more. We kept living together. Sharing the same house. Sometimes even the same bed. And the most ironic part of all was that he started paying more attention to me. He'd tell me I looked different. Happier. More attractive. If only he knew. If only he knew that every time he tells me he's going to be late, I already know exactly what I'm going to do. That every time he walks out the door carrying his work bag, I open an app. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know how it will end. But I do know one thing. He deserves it for lying to me. And now I want to talk to all of you. Yes, the people listening to this story. Tell me something honestly. Am I the one who's wrong? Or does he deserve it? Because it's very easy to point fingers when you're not the one who found pictures of your spouse with someone else. It's very easy to talk about values, boundaries, and morality. I didn't start this. I wasn't the first one to cheat. I trusted him. I believed him. I defended my husband even when something deep inside me was telling me that something wasn't right. And even when I finally had proof in my hands, I didn't run around trying to destroy him in front of everyone. Was it the best decision? I don't know. Was it the right decision? I don't know that either. All I know is that it was the decision I was capable of making at that moment. Some people will say that lowering myself to his level makes me no different than him. Others will say it's justice. That it's returning the favor. That it's making him feel, whether he realizes it or not, the same pain he caused me. And that's the question I want to leave you with. Should betrayal be forgiven, or should it be paid back? Because nobody talks about what happens after you're betrayed. Nobody talks about the emptiness, the humiliation, the anger that nobody else sees. Nobody talks about how infidelity can break you from the inside and force you to rebuild yourself. I found my own way. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's admirable. But it's the truth. And yes, we all have our sins. My husband chose to betray me. I chose to do the same. So now I'm asking you, am I wrong for continuing this silent revenge? Or did he lose that right the day he cheated on me with another woman? I want to hear from you. I want to know what you would do if you were in my shoes. Because it's easy to judge from the outside. Until it happens to you.